Hey, Farah. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Trust you all are doing good. I'm so tired of eating a bowl of jollof rice. And I recorded a video. I answered a Q&A video. That video will be coming up soon. So, Jay Israel was supposed to be live today. I know I've told you guys I don't want to be talking about this stuff. Except I feel it's really important. And for most of you here that follow me, you know that I'm lover of Jay or what he used to do or what he does that is right. So for almost a year, a lot has been happening in Jay's life, ups and down, rumor here, rumor there, news here, news there, just a lot that to me it was nothing that was going to benefit me or enrich me or because these were just the same thing that we see every single day in the church in Africa. But somehow for Jay Israel, I intentionally stayed quiet because for me, I felt like he was going through a lot. I would still insist that he was going through a lot, and I knew that he spirits were wrestling. So, um, and I still believe he's going through a lot. But today he came out and he made a video. If you are following his Facebook page, it was a time recently he was hanging out with Muhala. Many of you contacted me and asking me, Doris, how far with Jay? Because some of you feel that I'm in constant communication with Brother Jay. I'm not in constant communication with Brother Jay. Like, I don't follow people like that. Yeah. But if he's live on Instagram, I'll be there. If he's live on Facebook and I have time, I'll be there. If it's necessary for me to pray for him, or pray for him. If he posts something that I feel like it's okay for me to comment, I will comment. What is not okay for me, I will not comment. So all this why I decided to stay quiet about all of these things happening with Mohala and stuff. But in my spirit, I felt that this whole thing with Mohala was just Jay Israel trying to belong, trying to look for a place where he could fit in because again he was going through a lot. He was wrestling like, see, the problem with us is that we expect so much from our fellow human just because they put themselves out there as men of God, as prophets, and as stuff. That's why some of us will never agree when our prophets commit adultery. We'll always defend them because we feel like they have transferred from the point of human or from the point of not being perfect to the point of being perfect. Jay, like every other person, is not perfect. He has his own things going on. Like me, I'm not perfect. All of us YouTubers here talking every day, giving our opinion about things. We are not perfect. We have our own stuff that if somebody were to see and bring it out here, people also have opinion about it, you know. But deep down me, I really been praying for Jay because I knew there's one thing for sure that I know, not that I knew, that I know and I still know now, regardless of what he's going through, is that Jay loves God and he really wants to serve God in truth and in all sincerity. But then again, there is a lot of battle he's going through, a lot of spiritual battle, a lot of physical battle. And I just keep praying that God will help him find his way. Same thing with all these people. You see all these Alf Lukawo, Bushiri. I don't follow these people, but I pray that one day they may come to the time where they can face the truth, apologize, seek repentance for themselves, and so they can free many other people. But this is where it's very difficult to get some of them to do, is to most of them to do. If you feel very weak and you fall into the temptation, the important thing is just to seek repentance, speak the truth, and seek God to save you. But to keep lying and you build this impression about yourself like you are some kind of demigod, that's just the problem with church in Africa. And I don't really preach church these days. I'm so sorry. I don't preach church these days. What I preach more is just to know God in all sincerity and in freedom, to be able to serve God the way you want to serve Him, the way you understand Him, to pray for an encounter with God. Let Him reveal Himself to you. It doesn't necessarily to be under any particular religion. Anyway, so Jay came up today, made a post and said he signed a deal with the devil. And during the live show today, he was talking about the deal he had with Makandiwa. He was giving his own opinion about all the things that have been happening this year, that he has been silent and all of that. I wasn't really shocked because I knew that there was a lot of dirty things going off the screen that we cannot see, because that's just how dirty the church in Africa is. I'm sorry to say this. The church in Africa is so dirty and so demonic that you will not imagine the kind of things that are being played in church just to keep certain image, just to keep followers, just to keep that population that will keep looking up to you like a demigod. So in his live video today, he was talking about Emmanuel Makandiwa and the videos that were being released of him planning to betray him or to expose Makandiwa. He said he was set up. Makandiwa, they have a video, a compromising video of him. So they told him if it doesn't work according to how they want, they were going to release the video. And so they also threatened the life of his mom and the life of his sister. So he had to choose either to expose or not to expose, to save his family and to save his, at the detriment of his reputation that he has built throughout 2019. At the end of the game, I want to ask this question that Apostle Paul asked us. Like, he was like, whatever we are doing, are we doing it for God or are we doing it for people? Like, if you're serving God today, are you serving God because you want people to see that you're a servant of God? Or are you serving God with your whole heart because you feel it's the right thing to do, to preach the true gospel of Christ? So he, like he said, he signed a contract with the devil, and I believe so much that I can't say that what Jay is saying is a lie, because it happens. Yeah, it happens in the church. It happens even in our small church groups. So what more in these sophisticated churchy things in Africa, where everybody is just guided towards how much money they can make from their followers and stuff. So none of them is ready to tarnish their image. I'm just gonna play the video. It's a little bit long. I think it was a 30 minutes live video. And so you watch it and let me know what you think in the comment section. But for me, I know Jay is going through a lot, and I pray that he will get to that point. This has been my prayer for him every time, that he will get to that point where he will finally learn to lean more on God and not on human judgment and not on human support. Because when you're looking for support in human, you tend to get into things that you're normally not supposed to get into. Support, there is always something they expect you to pay back in return for their support. But the only person that is going to give you a genuine support is Jesus. He's not going to say, I'll support you if you do this, if you don't do that. You guys. And watch, I hope you learn one or two things. As for me and my family, we shall serve the Lord and not man. Shalom. Shalom.
To those that want to know, the reason why the woman did not pitch up is because right before the broadcast, I took a screenshot of the video that we were about to watch and sent it to the woman's WhatsApp number. That's what I did. And said, hey, I have you on this recording, and I know you are about to go and lie. Go ahead and lie, while least you are aware that I am in possession of this video that you're about to watch. Guess what? That's the reason why she didn't pick up the call. That's the reason why she didn't join the broadcast. It is because she was already aware that I am in possession. I'm sure she was shocked, confused. What's happening? Just trying to figure out she was not herself. You see.
And I want you to follow me and follow me very well. I know resistance was coming from all over. It was not a problem. It was not a problem at all. In as much as resistance was coming, I did not mind. But the only thing that began to break my heart was when the so-called people who were claiming to be standing for Christ and standing for the truth began to come out and attacking me and saying all sorts of things and everything. But before I get to that, I have so many things I want to share tonight. A lot of things that I've bottled up, let me say, for the whole year. As you can see the title up here, it says, I made a deal with the devil. As a young man who's growing, and as a young man who believes that there is still a very bright future ahead, mistakes are meant to happen. And because at the time, I really was looking for people who can stand with me and properly guide me so that I don't make the mistakes that I did. If you remember very well, we spoke against the wickedness of different so-called prophets and so-called pastors. And their minions were all over social media attacking and everything. I did not have a problem with that. 2020, in the month of September, someone came to me when he had, it was actually October, getting to November, if I'm not mistaken. I won't be able to give you the actual days and dates and everything, but somebody came to me and said, I have heard that you are planning to expose Emmanuel Makandiwa. I've heard about everything that you're planning to say, all the things that you have discussed with a certain woman that you're going to expose. That's what somebody said to me when he approached me. I remember very well when this person came to me and was talking to me. He mentioned so many things, a lot of things that he had heard. And that was the time I was about to release a poster that I'm going to be talking about the wickedness of Emmanuel Makandiwa. Let me make it very clear tonight. And I want it to be heard loud and clear. If you have never been in my position before, you are not going to be able to understand certain things that I've done. I asked people a question yesterday, and I've said, have you ever been in a position where you have to protect your family, protect those you love, and in the process you have to compromise certain things because you love your family? As you're watching me right now, just begin to imagine if there is a threat against your mother. As I'm here in South Africa right now, I stay with my mother and my sister. Those people are very dear to my heart. I do everything possible to make sure that they're safe, to make sure that they're okay. And I'll never allow anything to happen to them. Not even in my grave. I'll still never allow anything to happen to them. Have you been in a position where you have to compromise certain truths because you're trying to protect those you love, you're trying to protect your loved ones, and you're trying to protect your family? I asked this question yesterday. I know you are here with your judgmental mind, but give me an ear for a minute. I was put in a position where I had to choose. I had to choose to do the right thing at the expense of my dignity, my reputation at the time, and at the expense of my family, or do the wrong thing and protect myself and my family. Because I felt like I was alone at the time, I decided I'd rather go for protecting my family. I'll protect my family, and I'll make sure that nothing happens to my family. But in the process, little did I know that I'm making a deal with the devil. There is a young man who went live on the 13th of December 2020 on Emmanuel Makandiwa Facebook page, Emmanuel Makandiwa YouTube channel, Emmanuel Makandiwa YouTube channel, and he spoke boldly He spoke with boldness, and everyone was applauding him and saying, yes, finally, you have silenced this J. Israel guy. He was claiming to expose J. Israel. And in the video, what he presented was a video of myself and a certain woman. And we're sitting there, we're talking. They broadcasted the video went online. It was on Christ TV, it was on Emmanuel Makandiwa Facebook page, Emmanuel Makandiwa YouTube channel. It was everywhere. It was all over. And everyone was happy, everyone was applauding the young man. You've done well. You are bold, you're full of boldness. Yes, this is what we need. Certain questions should have been asked, but people decided not to ask questions. They decided to focus on the video that was released, exposing J. Israel, trying to tarnish the name of Emmanuel Makandiwa. There is nothing to tarnish about Emmanuel Makandiwa, because he's a charlatan, a robber, a jackal, a thief. He does not represent what he claims to represent. He does not. You must ask yourself this question. After the video of the young man, I won't mention his name because he's too small for me to be mentioning his name. He was just a messenger who was sent to do certain things for his master, Makandiwa. If you remember that video, he went out and he was busy speaking and saying, no, you know, I have a footage, and the footage I'm about to show you, I did my own things, my investigations and everything. But I'm about to give you the truth of what really transpired. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that after the video that they released, I was quiet? Why is it that after that video, I never said anything? I never responded. You knowing me as J. Israel, as radical, robust, and as full of rigidity as I am, why didn't you ask yourself, why did J. Israel keep quiet? Why did they release a video that went viral and everybody's talking about it, and J. Israel is quiet? Don't you think there was something? Have you ever thought to yourself that there was something? Before I continue, put this in your head and put this in your mind. The man I'm talking about is a man who claims that he has got no time to respond to critics. This is a man who claims that he does not respond to critics. This is a man who claims that he's so holy, and if you go to heaven and if you don't find him in heaven, then you are in hell. Heaven, then you are in hell. This is the kind of man we are talking about here. Why did he allow the video of a critic to be played on his main channel? And the critic, who happens to be myself, according to everybody's view and all the UFI followers and everybody all over the world. Why did I keep quiet? I kept quiet for a reason. And those are the reasons I'm going to give you today. I'm not here to clear myself. I'm not here to clear my name. I'm not here to look for attention. I am not here to look for followers. If you think I'm looking for attention, stop following this page right now, because you are the one who's giving me attention. If you think I'm looking for followers, unfollow this page right now, because you are the one who's giving me the followers. So I'm just here to say my truth, so that I can continue preaching that which I believe, which is the true gospel of Jesus Christ, without compromise, without fear or favor. The whole of 2021, I was quiet. The whole of 2021, I was quiet. 2021, I was quiet. The whole year. January came, February came, March, April, May, June. February, I went to prison. I was set up, I was arrested, I went to prison, but I came out by the grace of God. March, April, May, June, July, August. October, August, September, October, November, December. I cannot keep quiet anymore because I've been trying to do the right thing. I've been trying to serve God. I've been trying to preach and save souls. I've been trying to reach out to thousands of people across the world so that I can preach to them. But my conscience is not allowing me to preach to these people unless or until I take what is on my chest off me and I set myself free. The young man who stood on that video in the name of Exposing J. Israel approached me and he asked me and he said, "Man of God, this is somebody I've known for years, somebody I've known from Zimbabwe." He said to me, "Man of God, please do not expose my father, Emmanuel Makandiwa." The woman who was supposed to be with me on a live broadcast to talk about Emmanuel Makandiwa, this is a woman who was duped. She was duped probably over $700,000 that she was duped by Emmanuel Makandiwa. And she was full of pain. This is a woman who was ready to come and talk about their secret things with Emmanuel Makandiwa, and Emmanuel Makandiwa did not want her to talk about that. I'm not going to speak for her, but I'm going to allow her to come and speak for herself. I'm not going to say a lot on her behalf, but I'll allow her to come and say what she wants to say on her behalf, by herself. He came to me and said, "Please don't expose my father. If you go ahead and you expose him, this is what I have on you. I'm going to release it." Very, very compromising videos of myself and some woman I used to know. I'm happy and I'm glad because it's all in the past. That's why I'm able to address it right now. I said, if you go ahead, we're going to release this. Not only that, because already you have told people that you're about to expose Emmanuel Makandiwa. This is the deal that I want us to sit down and talk about. I gave him an ear because who would want their videos to be out there for no reason? Who would want to see themselves in a very compromising position whereby the whole world will begin to see things that they are not supposed to see? That was my thinking at the time. He said, "This is the deal. We are talking. There's no fighting. There's no fighting, nothing. We are in agreement, me and him." I'm like, "Okay, it's fine. Please don't release what you have. Tell me what you want." And then he said, "You are going to sit down with that woman. We are going to set up the cameras. And you're going to sit down with her. You must lead her on. You must lead her on so that she can act as if she is denying everything that she was about to come and speak about in the public. And let it sound as if she's denying everything that she was about to come and speak." Now everybody in Zimbabwe knows the woman I'm talking about. She was in the papers, Emmanuel Makandiwa. She was everywhere, suing him and looking for her money and everything. And in the video, if you go back to the video, you're going to watch it. I was leading her. This is somebody I really owe a big apology. Because I thought I'm trying to protect myself and protect her as well, not knowing that I'm making a deal with the devil. A deal that I'm going to regret for the rest of my life. I don't care what they're going to say after today. I don't care what they're going to come up with after today. But what I want them to know is that after this broadcast, I'm giving them the go-ahead. They can go ahead and release whatever they have on me. I do not care, and I don't mind, because I'm tired of living in fear, of thinking, if I do this, what if? But there are thousands and millions of people across the world that are disappointed. I've apologized to Makandiwa, not because I wanted to, because I was afraid of whatever they were going to release. And tell you what, everything, the video, the last broadcast that was done, it was not done in my studio. It was done in the same young man's house in Pretoria. That's where we drove. We went there, recorded the video, everything, because they're holding something for me. So it's easy for them to just pull strings and control me and do whatever they want. So before the video went out, he said, okay, it's fine. We are going to compensate you. This is Makandiwa coming up with a deal. You keep quiet, don't say anything, don't expose me, but we are going to give you whatever we're going to give you, just to compensate you for keeping quiet. But if you dare speak any day, you must know that these things that we have on you, we are going to release them. So today, I would like to say, Makandiwa and your team, I have breached our contract and I have breached our deal. Many people thought that me and you, we don't know each other. Many people thought that you were exposing me, but today I want them to know that it was a deal that you and myself, we sat down and we made. And you held me hostage because of what you have on me. But today, I want to say, go ahead and release it. Release it, release whatever you have. It's going to set me free. Because I know that the assignment I had is too big. And I really owe everybody who follows me online, follows me on social media, I owe everybody a big apology. Each time I come online and I say, I'm sorry and I apologize to people, people don't really understand the message I'm trying to bring across. It's because I know the amount and the level of disappointment that I've given to all my followers. I thank God for my mentor who now advised me and he said, you cannot be like this forever. You cannot stay in a prison where you have put yourself forever. Free yourself from this prison. Come clean to everybody. Come clean to the people. Come clean to the people. Let everybody know what happened. Tell them what happened so that you may clear your conscience and begin to preach the message that God has called you for. So many things have happened. The whole year, so many things have happened. I've gotten into certain entanglements. I've gotten into certain, associations with certain individuals that I was never supposed to associate myself with because of what I stand for and what I believe in. I'm not going to talk about that today. That's a discussion for a different day. But today, I want to challenge Emmanuel Makandiwa. After the video that you released on your page, on your social media, and everywhere, why did you not tell the people that follow you and the people that you lied to, that you were exposing me? Why did you not tell them that it was a deal? Why did you not tell them that you have got things that you're holding against me? Why didn't you tell them? I believe that today I've set myself free. And I want everybody to know this is J. Israel. And I don't stand for nothing else, but I stand for Christ. Now that I've released everything that is on my chest, and now that I've set myself free from every bondage that I thought was haunting me, was haunting my life, it is time for the gospel. It is time for the revolution. It is time for the world to know the truth of the gospel. And it is time for us to go back to the gospel that we've been preaching since 2019, where the devil has to know his place, where the devil has to know that he has got no place in the church. He has got no church. He's got no place within the church. It's time for everybody to know that all these prophets who are masquerading as healers, as high level voltage prophetic carriers. It's time for the world to know. Now we're going to the 31st. I know many people were so excited about the 31st. 31st is coming, I'm going to church. Tell you what, your prophet is busy preparing, stage managing things, so that on the 31st, it can be a performance night, a night of performance, so that you can be wowed, so that you can be thrilled. Enough of all that nonsense. This is the J. Israel that the world knows. The J. Israel who does not bow down to anything. The J. Israel who does not bow down to nonsense. You can judge me and say things, but it's because you have never been in my shoes. If you have been in my shoes before, you are going to understand that everything that I've done, all the mistakes that I've done, I was not just doing some of the things because I'm crazy or because I'm losing my mind. I know who I am and I know whose I am. I thank God for my mentor. I thank God for my father, whom I've been talking to. And he advised me, he said, son, enough is enough. Free yourself. Free yourself. Let them know that whatever they are holding against you, they can release it to the world. I'd rather face that shame now than live with the guilt and the fear for the rest of my life. I know they are watching and I know they are here. So many questions that many people have. I believe starting from today, I'm going to be answering all those questions. And I'm going to be responding to everybody each and every day. I'm not here to lambast anybody. I'm not here to blast anybody. I'm not here to fight anybody. But I'm just here to speak my truth. But the Bible said, thou shalt know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. As I'm standing here right now, I feel like a free man. I feel like I'm relieved. Now we can preach the gospel. Now we can bring the Back to Christ movement to your city, because I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of nobody. I'm not afraid of whatever they're going to bring. I'm not. Makandiwa is not a man of God. Some of the posts that you saw on my Facebook page, where I was writing and praising Makandiwa, it was not me writing. I'm not the one who wrote those things. These were things that they will write and send to me and say, you must post this so that people must know. Man, the man I'm talking about, this is a man who has done so much damage to the body of Christ, to Zimbabweans. This is the man who's building a mansion in Zimbabwe at the expense of people's tears. People are crying because of this man. I remember there was a time when certain audios were released between myself and Hubert Angel. I'm not here to say Hubert Angel is a true man of God or whatever. There were certain audios that were released of myself and Hubert Angel. All this was done to discredit the man, discredit him completely, and make sure that nobody believes in him. And all this was done by Makandiwa. And all I could do was just to agree to whatever they would present to me at any given time because of fear. But I want you to know, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. I know all your tricks. I know all your plots. And I know all your plans. And I want to say, bring it on.
Okay.
I don't know who's got questions. I don't know who wants to say anything.